I bet you didn't know about this bioengineering experiment aboard the Artemis 2 space mission. If you've been online in the past few weeks, you definitely heard about Artemis 2, the NASA space mission that took 4 astronauts to the farthest ever distance away from Earth. The spaceship returned on April 10th, and it didn't just bring back the astronauts, but also a set of samples for a fascinating experiment. Because scientists love acronyms, the experiment is called AVATAR, a Virtual Astronaut Tissue Analog Response. The project is led by a team of researchers at the Wyss Institute at Harvard, founded by Don Ingber. Ingber is the inventor of the technology used in the AVATAR project, called Organ-on-Chip. Organ chips are small silicone devices, about the size of a USB stick, that are loaded with human cells. They recreate the structure and function of organs. Traditional biomedical research takes place on flat laboratory dishes, but last time I checked, human organs were three-dimensional. And more importantly, organs aren't static. They are constantly subjected to movement and blood flow. Organ-on-chip technology combines all these aspects to make a much more complex environment in which we can study biological function, disease mechanisms, or response to treatment. So the Artemis 2 space mission contained bone marrow organ chips made from the cells of the 4 astronauts. Why bone marrow? Well, from existing research, it seems that bone marrow is quite vulnerable to microgravity and cosmic radiation. It is also the source of our blood cells. So if cosmic radiation produces a negative effect in the bone marrow, then the blood and immune system of the astronauts will also be affected. My PhD happens to be in vascular organ chips, so from first-hand experience, I know how hard it is to make these devices and keep them alive throughout an entire experiment, let alone to send them to the moon. But of course, the Harvard team thought of everything. They collaborated with Space Tango, a company that developed specialized hardware to protect the organ chips from the strong forces experienced during spaceflight, as well as to automatically feed the cells at regular intervals, which I, for one, have to do by hand every day. The team left a copy of each organ chip on Earth. And now that the samples are back from space, they will compare the pairs to see what the cosmic radiation did to the bone marrow. This will be the most detailed study to date on the effects of spaceflight on the human body, and we can expect to see the results in the following months. And the best part, the organ chips are specific to each astronaut, so in the future we could use them to develop personalized treatment for each of them. Hence the name AVATAR. I think organ chips are the future. What do you think?